Hey guys, welcome to Game Dev Garage. I'm making games in this channel and sharing devlogs with you, and also I have some live streams like this for go a little bit in depth in the development process and sharing the actual development with you. So thank you for joining me in this live stream. So let me share my screen and start quickly. I'm working on the game SpaceKraft lately, and I'm adding several updates for this game. And if you want to support me in this project, please wishlist this game, links in the description, guys. So what we are gonna do in this video. So here actually we have a few features in this generator lately I'm working on. Actually this game is heavily physics based. So I have some physics puzzles and we have some interactions between these physical objects. For example, we have a mechanical motor here, electric motor. So we put it here, and the goal is making this giant weird power plant to work using this mechanical wheel by feeding this electric motor with the power line from the left. So I'm not gonna go in depth because I already published a video about that. So here in this video I want to make something a little more automated. So this is gonna be a little kind of trick that you can use in your game development process in any kind of game engine, but here I'm using Cocos Creator. So Cocos fans will be will love this, hopefully. So here, as you can see, we have a light becomes green when we put the magnet in some correct order, correct rotation. If we put it in the wrong rotation, so it blinks, and if we rotate it again to see the effect, it becomes a green light. Okay, so actually I made this in a very odd way, some kind of hard-coded way. I'm not talking about coding when I'm saying hard-coded, because here I have a few components. By the way, it's rotated to right because we have a circular, actually we have a planet and it is a kind of circle, and we have gravity in the center, so when we fly around this planet, camera is rotating. So here I have a area that pulls the magnet in the place when we put it here. Let me show you quickly. If we put the magnet here, this force area will be pulling the magnet to keep in that place. So if we put it that way, it detects the angle of this magnet here, and we have a physics trigger here that will check if it landed on the surface and checks the angle and waits a little amount of time and makes some call some actions to make this light green or red. Okay, so here we go. We have on landed actions and on takeoff actions. If we take this out, it will trigger takeoff actions. Normally I made this for SpaceKraft, landed on fuel station or service station, you know, but I just used the same mechanism here. So it just activates the red green light green here and deactivates the light red, and does the opposite when we just took off. So it's kind of too crowded here, so I just want to make a light control component to control lights in this generator, the weird power plant. You know, so I just make a component to make them easily adjustable. Okay, So let's go find a suitable folder for the component before we going further. Yeah, actually I can just make the component here because these lights mostly used in stations. So I'll make JavaScript here, light control. Whoa, what's going on? Control. All right, we will have it here. So let's put it here to let you show. Okay, we have JavaScript component here. By the way, I think we have something pushing hard on the CPU. I don't know, whatever. So I'm using JavaScript actually. This is an older version of Cocos Creator, but the logic is same, so you can recreate the same logic anywhere, even in Unity. So this will be very simple, very basic idea, especially will be valuable for very beginners. So here I will have a red light, and that will be null by default, and type will be cc.node. Okay, so same is necessary for the green light here. Yep. Actually this is gonna be we need starting condition. Okay, default mode false. Okay, false means red. So we can just start with green or red for the beginning of the scene. Later we will be able to change the color of the light based on the commands. So in start, maybe not in start, maybe in onload, because I'm planning to add a saving and loading feature to this component. But I don't know, maybe we can yeah, okay. So here we're gonna have my phone is calling. Okay, I'll call you back. So make light red function, and let's make light green function here. So light red will make this dot red light dot. This is a node, so we need to change its active state. So let me silence my phone. Okay, so it will just change the node state. So let me just check my standard action, which used to activate the node, because I just don't remember how we activate it. Yeah, action node. So we can just okay, we have just an active active property of that node. Yeah, very simple. Red light dot active will be true, and oops, we need to make it green light. Okay, green light will be false. Okay, So opposite will be valid for here. This is going to be false and this will be true. So that will make our lights green and red with these functions. In the beginning, if this dot default mode is true, we'll make it green. By the way, we need to call it like this dot green, else. I know this is very extremely simple example, but sometimes these examples are valuable for very beginners. Green and red, okay. All right, so let's go here. Yeah, we have our force area calling the activate node and the deactivate node. So I'll be able to make it simpler like this. I will only call one action when we landed the magnet on this surface. It will call trigger action. Where is this? Trigger. Okay, we have emit event here. Okay, so we'll emit event for this light, and same for the, sorry, come on, emit event is chosen. Okay, so here we have green and red light over each other. If we open and close them, by the way, we can have a yellow light with activating both. So here I'll create a new node, lights. Here we have the node. I'm putting the green and red light here. So let's add this component, light control, here. So let's put green light and red light. Yes, default mode is green or red. Oops. So I save it. So let's link it with our controller. So light node here, and light control, I'll call light control light green. So if you land, light will be green. So opposite is like this. We're gonna drag and drop it, choose light control component and make it light red. Okay, let's save it and let's test it, guys. New game. It looks just green right now. If we take this out, it doesn't change. Why? I think we made something wrong. I don't know. Lights is here. Red light, green light, default mode is green. Okay. Let's make default mode red, just for checking the starting mode, if it's working as expected. Yeah, it works. It is red right now, but interestingly, okay, it worked. Yeah. Okay, it is red. It is green. By the way, I didn't understand why the previous version is not working. If we start with default mode on, which will be just on light on load, it should be just working here. Let's retry it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I become blind. I know the wrong thing is it's starting with green. It looks a little bit confusing. Ah, okay. It works. Okay. Great. So we did it. Nice. Whoops. Where are you? Come on. Okay, we did it. So I'll add a very simple saving and loading feature for this component, which I already made a saving and loading system before. We used in our lock point components and lock point name components before. So if you are curious about how this saving and loading system works, check out my previous live streams. And if you are super curious about that and want to go much more in depth, please leave me a comment about that so I can make a tutorial on this. So here I'll edit. If I make a get comp data and set comp data in a component, my loading and saving system automatically finds that component and gets the data and saves it into local storage. So comp data is this, and lock point, let's just we need the current state. Okay, we need the current state. We can just rename the default mode to state, current state. Oops. Okay, current state. And if we just load and save the state and update it like this dot current state equals false and true here. If we are in green mode, it will be true. Yep. Okay. So we need to save just the state value. This dot. Actually, we can go like this. In JavaScript, we can just define values. Current state equals this dot current state. So if we return this data, it will be just serialized as JSON. We need to make the opposite. Comp data dot current state. If it is true, we need to just call this function here. If it is true, we need to make the lights green. Otherwise, make it red. Of course, if we have a data. So if you don't have a data, this function will not be called. Okay. I think it should work. Let's try it. Okay, so it will start as false, means red. Let's start this game. Yeah. It is red, okay? it is green. So how we can check and test the save and load feature? Because if we save the game like this, the magnet will be here and it will just trigger the landing function. So I have an idea to test it. So here I'll put this magnet somewhere here, and we can just set the default mode. So here it is in red, okay? So in red mode, if we start the game, and now we can save it. So here I'll just save and exit, and if I hit resume, it will just continue where we were. So it looks red, okay? So I'll change the current state in the scene as default. So I'll start the game. If it becomes green, our save load function is not working. If it becomes it stay red even despite the default state, that means our saving and loading feature working. So green is bad news, red is good news. Okay, I'll hit resume. Hope it works. Yeah, it is green. Sorry, it is red. Okay, so looks like we saved correctly. So I'll go exit and start a new game, which will be erasing the save data. Yeah, it is red. It is green. Sorry. So it is loading the default value because we don't have a save data. Okay guys, thank you for joining me in this episode, and please go links in the description and go SpaceKraft wishlist page, Steam page, and hit add to your wishlist to support this channel and this project. Thank you for joining me, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.